So, I bet you're sitting at home in quarantine right now thinking to yourself, man, if only there was some way I could find a cure to the coronavirus, then everything would go back to normal. And that's why I'm here. Now, I can't give you a cure, but what I can do is set you on the right path to finding one. And that's by introducing you to the world of X-ray crystallography.
This breakthrough discovered by William and Lawrence Bragg can allow us to actually visualize the viral protein structure of COVID-19, which can give us some insight into how the virus interacts with the human body. This is extremely important as being able to visualize the structure of the virus can allow us to build a vaccine. This is because a vaccine is basically a fake, less harmful replica of the real deadly virus, and it is almost structurally identical to the original. So, by exposing the fake virus to the human body, the immune system has a chance to practice fighting the virus without danger, thus allowing the body to develop immunity. This is similar to how a boxer spars opponents before a big fight. Now that we know the importance of understanding a virus's structure, let's dive into the magic of how X-ray crystallography allows us to do just that. So first, the protein structure of a virus is extremely small, like smaller than the wavelength of light itself, which means you can't actually see it with your eyes, even through a microscope. So, instead of using light to visualize the virus, William and Lawrence Bragg figured they needed to use something of a smaller wavelength, an X-ray. However, unlike light waves, X-rays cannot be focused using a lens, they scatter. This is where the concept of diffraction comes into play. Diffraction occurs when waves such as light waves or X-rays pass through thin openings or slits and interfere with one another to create a diffraction pattern. To better understand this idea, we can take a quick look at the famous double slit experiment. Here, a laser is beamed through two slits, and as the light waves pass through, the waves interfere with one another, both constructively and deconstructively. This forms strips of light known as a diffraction pattern. Now, if the pattern wasn't clear enough already, we can increase the number of slits to increase the brightness of the pattern while keeping the actual pattern itself constant.
Hold up. Now that's cool and all, but what exactly does this have to do with using X-rays to visualize a virus?
Great question.
Whoa.
Well, you see, similar to in the double slit experiment, when an X-ray is beamed at a virus particle, the X-ray waves pass through the spaces in between the actual atoms of the particle, causing them to interfere with one another. This creates a unique diffraction pattern that is sort of like a fingerprint for the virus. However, in most cases, beaming an X-ray through a virus particle results in extremely weak diffraction patterns. So, just like how we were able to increase the intensity of the diffraction pattern by increasing the number of slits, here we can increase the number of virus particles by forming a crystallized lattice that holds the particles in an organized regular shape, which focuses the diffracted rays, allowing us to clearly see the diffraction pattern. By analyzing this diffraction pattern, we can create a complete 3D model of the virus. Although this gives us some valuable insight into stopping the virus, there's still a long way to go, and that is why the world needs your help to put an end to this pandemic.